Okay, so now, why? Because I enclosed the goat. Because I enclosed the goat so it means I have to provide feeding for them. Now, the shelter for the goats, one. Let me talk more about the shelter for the goat. The goats are supposed to be well covered. They don't like water. They don't like cold environment. So it means, and it was rainy season. I started buying goat in rainy season. That was June, July, which was typical rainy season, which is not a good season to buy goats, as I learned later. So at night I have to go and buy firewood. Our own that roam around for themselves, they will go and look for where people are cooking or where people and go and sleep beside their hashes, sleep beside the eats and every other thing like that. But in this case, because they are enclosed, they can't go out, they can't go and look for where they will get eats and everything. So it means I have to provide for them. So we start buying. I'll buy truckload of firewood. I start making fire at night for the goat to keep warm. Not funny anyway. I start making fire to keep them warm and everything. Now, our first and feeding, I created this kind. See, my videos have not been doing. I created this kind of feeding for the goat, and I tagged their hair. Now we have to give them number tagging, as in, so I bought something called tags. I was punching their hair and was adding tags to the hair, and that was how I was numbering the goats according to the people that gave me the goats. As we are buying, we number and we tag the goats and everything, and we join them. Now, one thing I later discovered is that as we are bringing in goats, like what I just said in the other video, that if I have my way right now, if I'm buying, I'll just buy like 4 or 5, treat them. Give them all this something, and if you are going to encamp goats, let it be a very, very, very big space that they don't know that they are encamped, as in they have plenty space to move around. So it's not going to be a kind of confinement. I don't know. That's what I thought right now. If I'm going to do that, like me keeping 300 on an acre is too close-sighted, as in they're too choked up. So I'm supposed to keep like that I'm supposed to have like 5 acre, 10 acre for, depending on the quantity you're having. That's one. Then now, so I have a way of feeding them. I was training them. It's like you got somebody of the, it's tough. So it's tough anyway. But I'm just sharing this. I got money, about 1 million or more than naira. I'm still even indebted to that source because I build a house for them. I have to build shelter, building shelter for 300 goats and everything. The shelters are still right here in my compound. I've not even just removed them. They are still there since it's 2 years ago. I built shelter. I bought roofing sheets. I bought carpentry work, everything. I did that. These are from my own pocket. And this is aside feeding the goat. Now, I didn't mention a lot of things on the feeding. On the goat feeding, I have to go extra lengths. I want them to grow very big. I want them to do very well. So I went looking for imported food, which is another wrong move again. Now, let me give you another thing with the feeding of the goat is that, the goats came from different locations. They are being fed different things. They are accustomed to different types of feed. Now I brought them in and start giving them my own kind of feed. So it is advisable most time. You see, when you are buying from a standard market, people that are imported from a standard, somebody that has taken care of the goats, if you are buying from them, you will ask them, okay, what are you feeding the goats? So if you go to the market, even the local market to buy, you're supposed to ask them, what are you feeding the goat? But imagine me buying 20, 30, 40. How will I even remember goat A is eating grasses, goat B is eating soya beans, goat C is, I didn't even know at that time. To be candid with you, I don't know. I need to ask all those questions. I don't know. So I don't know. Now in this, I don't know. So these are the challenges I have. And then the first thing I noticed, somebody came and said different advices. Somebody came and said, your goats, you're supposed to give them clinical injections and everything. I went to the market and somebody told her also, it doesn't rear goat, he buy and sell. See, somebody that is buying and selling might not really know much as somebody that is rearing. There's a big difference there. He advised me, he said I I should buy and sell. I should buy something for them. I went to the market. I bought the injections he recommended. I even asked from the person selling, he recommend more. I bought I bought the injections. I brought it home. I looked for a vet. And you know, in the rural side, you don't have real vets that went to vet school. You have what they call auxiliary, you know, people that learn and learn from. So I called them, they charged me money, they inject the goat for me. Another silly mistakes I made. I told a friend one guy was selling, he's selling cattle, chicken, accessories and things you use for them like that. So I requested for injection. I requested for something. He sent me an injection. Looking at these things myself, the picture on that injection was cattle. Cattle picture was on that injection. I bought it it's expensive. I bought that thing. When I bought that injection, it's like you put plenty injection and you put, I called, when I want to inject the goat, I called the vet here. Because it's not a real vet, it's not the one that went to school, just ones that they learn, it's not funny. And because the picture on the injection bottle was cattle. So the injection, when he used the injection for the goats, a day later, all the goats' legs are wounded, as in they cannot walk very well. They were limping, the goats were limping. The injection was too big for them, and that was where that's the first instance I noticed. I've injected over 300 goats, and there are like 100, 150 are limping. I started, I was like, I don't know what to do, but see, just keep on giving them things to get better. I'll buy from this veterinarian. Different advices, different suggestions, different try this, different try that. And then I don't know whether it's the injection, whether it's the food, whether it's whatever, I don't really know. Whether it's disease or spiral something. The goats started having abortions. Goats used to easily reproduce, as in a year they might give birth twice, but it's not all the year, maybe 8 months. After 8 months they give birth, and that was my calculation then. That goats, so they started having abortion. You know what I mean by abortion? As in they were losing fortunes, and and then from that I started running around now. But the more they give another challenge, the more I run around to get something to get them off that whatever they are going through. And I need to keep buying more drugs. And bambele dani fún rọgbà tàbí bá fún yàṣẹ wà kókó fún rọgbà ṣé rọgbà wà lẹ́yìn tó bá bá rọgbà lé bá fún tó bá rọgbà bá fún yàṣẹ ṣé yàṣẹ wà ti dáná tán ni lákùn bá ń gbóúnjẹ mi wá tó bá ti dáná tán ṣé ẹ lóko ni tẹ́ẹ̀ bá ń gbóúnjẹ mi wá tó bá ti dáná tán wọ́n ní ìrí yẹn ni ọlátajọ́ ń ṣiṣẹ́ báyìí. Okay, so So it's kind of so from there I keep buying drugs. I'll buy this, I'll buy that, even things I don't have money, because I want to. Then I have to stop buying goats when they were there was a day about 12 died. Even the police in my area, because the boys would carry them to go and throw them, to go and bury them in the bush, and there was a day the police had to stop them. What are you carrying? Dead goats, you know. It was a very embarrassing period for me. And the funny thing is, I couldn't come out to tell the owners, because I look at this, how can I say they gave me money to buy something for them and I will just report they are dying just a month or 2 months after I'm buying them. Just 2 months. It was it was a really bad time for me. As I'm speaking with you, I'm paying debt on the goat, because some people insist on getting their money back irrespective of whatever. Okay, so it's so like I said, this is what happened. I don't know if I've explained it to some extent. Now, after this class, my video, my recordings have not been doing fine. Honestly, sometimes I will record things and they will not show, and I'll have to repeat again. But for this one, what I will do now is I use my phone to record, so you will see me, but you might not be able to see my screen. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to honestly, I'm just thinking what to do to be able to record the screen, because it's even the screen that really matters. Yes, I even think this is the thing. I bought something, it was not meant for good. It was I think this is the injection the guy was okay. So I don't know if I should just record the screen so that you have actually okay. I don't know. I may have to send you. Let me just see. So that was what happened with the goat, and that was my experience. There's a lot I would have loved to share, honestly. There's a lot. Like I told you this morning, my screens are not doing fine. So many times I want to do videos. The video captures, screen captures will not record. You just talk for like 30 minutes, 1 hour, and at the end of the day you find out nothing was recorded, or you won't be able to copy the link. I apologize. I'm still trying to find a better video recorder. Maybe I'm not too good at it. It's really stressful. That's most of my classes are always double recording, because you record and at the end of the day you finish 30 minutes, you just discover nothing was recorded. And meanwhile you check everything before you start. So those are the challenges I have with the goat, and I hope this one recorded the screen so that you guys will have something to see. So I'm going to go over the screen again. I hope it's recorded. This is the goat when they were free range. This is the goat when they were free range. I've explained about goat manure. This is the goat one market. The goat one market. This is the goat two market, like pretends the goats that were properly taken care of and anything. This is the goat feeding for the local. Then we have a goat feeding. This is the one I designed for my farm. Then this is the one I designed for my farm. And see, this is what goat want. You can see here you are not seeing the fencing. Though they have a house, but the fencing should be wide, so that they have a wide place to move around to, and the injections and everything. So okay, I hope it makes a lot of sense. If you have questions, I will readily answer them. I don't know, I would have loved to do this. The recordings have been giving me issues. But they are stupid.